Okay, hello. Hi, this is Vic. And in this particular demonstration, in this particular video, I'm going to talk about regenerative braking. Now don't worry, my photograph is not going to be in the upper right-hand corner of the screen for the entire presentation. Once I start this video that demonstrates regenerative braking in action, then my photograph will go away. Okay, but regenerative braking in an electric vehicle. What it is and is not. You do not need to press your foot on a brake pedal in order for regenerative braking to occur. What regenerative braking is when the electric motors that drive your wheels stop driving the wheels, they start to feed power back into the power supply or back into the batteries. And that has a braking effect. In other words, the motors that were driving the wheels are now acting as a generator. The induction motors that were driving the wheels are now acting as a generator. So that has a slowing down effect or braking effect on the vehicle's speed. That is what regenerative braking is. You do not need to press on the brake pedal in order for regenerative braking to occur or to begin at all. Now, during this video, you will see in the center of the screen the words total power. Total power will not be consistent throughout this video presentation. I have my cruise control set on 50 miles per hour, and because I'm driving in North Carolina, there's elevation changes. Either sometimes I'm going up a little hill, sometimes I'm going down a little hill. You'll see the total power vary depending upon the elevation changes. Sometimes it's going to go into a negative number. That's when regenerative braking starts to take effect. And with that being said, I will go ahead and start the video. Now you see the number total power is varying depending upon how much power the computer thinks the motor needs to pull from the batteries in order to maintain 50 miles per hour. For the most part, it's somewhere between 10 and 15. Now it's going up to, well, now it's varying to a large degree. And once you see a negative number in front of that, once you see a negative sign in front of that number, that's an indication that there's some regenerative braking happening. Pardon me. Once you see a negative sign in front of the number, that's a visual indication that regenerative braking is occurring. And again, I have cruise control set on 50. And if you ask any EV driver, how do they regulate their speed, they will tell you that all they need to do is either just reduce the pressure on their accelerator or take their foot off. And that will regulate the speed or slow the vehicle down. Naturally, pressing on the brake also slows the car down a lot faster. But regenerative braking in itself is not pressing on the brake. It is taking your foot off of the accelerator pedal. Because the computer in the vehicle now knows, if you're not on cruise control, the computer in the vehicle knows that it can go ahead and just stop supplying power to the electric motors. And again, the motors that drive the wheels are induction motors. Because they are induction motors, they can behave as a generator when they need to. And we're about 50% through the video right now. And once we get to the end of the video, you will see the total power goes deeper into the negative, deeper into the hole. It goes up into like a 20, because basically I turned off cruise control. And this same scenario here is going to repeat over and over again. I'll go ahead and shut down. I'll stop the video. I won't play it to the end because maybe it's becoming kind of redundant. But this is just one example of another thing that an electric vehicle can do that a gasoline-powered vehicle cannot do. An electric vehicle can feed power back into its gas tank. In this case, the gas tank of an electric vehicle is the battery or its power supply. It can feed power back into its power supply. And that's what regenerative braking does. Feeds power back into the power supply when it's not needed. There have been 4 instances in driving my car where I've seen my EV range actually increase because I was going downhill so much. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.